Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Praishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Chayane Shamyatam Murkosmi Sanskritam Najanam. I'll speak in English. Please don't mind. I can follow to a large extent what you're saying. Extremely grateful to Swami Sri Sugunendra Tirtha Swami, who is the Pariyai Swami at the present time. Instead, he's at this time overseeing the worship of
himself.
Yeah, Sri Krishna. Not this evening I was speaking on the history of Sri Madhvacharya and philosophy. We got up to taking sannyas, and tomorrow I hope we can proceed further. Krishna is attracting me, and we're coming to Udupi for maybe 15, how many years? Praying Bhakti. 15, 16 years I've been coming here every year. And definitely more and more people are coming. Huge. It didn't used to be like this. Now there are so many people coming. We're very, very grateful to Swami Sri, who is so kindly welcoming us. Although, actually, according to Orthodox understanding, we are not fit even to enter this place. According to Orthodox understanding, we are adrishya asprisya. We should not be seen, we should not be touched.
Long back.
But Swami Sri is very open-minded, liberal, udara charitra. Is very kindly welcoming us, and we very much appreciate that, because actually it's a fact that you are of very good family, parentage, background. You're welcoming us as Krishna Bhaktas, but I understand that to you and to all the people of Udupi, we must seem very strange that we are trying to do some kind of Krishna Bhakti, but we don't have Shastra Gyan, we can't speak Sanskritam properly, we try to say some shlokas, that also we can't pronounce properly. But still you are very kindly welcoming us, because you are accepting the essence. There is one word in Bhagavatam regarding Sri Parikshit Maharaj, Sarabhita. He accepted the essence. So for all our disqualifications, which in my case I can say is extremely great, that by the mercy of all the acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, who brought the mercy of all the acharyas, we have accepted Krishna Bhakti as the only goal of life. And even though we are not very capable of performing that, we are dedicated to that principle. Actually, you're all mostly my disciples, but you're all from most of you are born in Indian families, which automatically is qualification more than one. But because you are also accepting the essence, and because to demonstrate the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avata Tuma Vina Ke Dayalu. Who do you see? That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared as Patita Pava, Mosama Patita Prabhu Napaigaya, that to demonstrate that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can purify the most fallen, you have to go outside India. Because in India people, they're trying very hard to be patit, but it's difficult for them. We Westerners, we're more expert, I can say this much. We're not expert, for us it's just natural, without even trying. Indian people are trying very hard to be patit, but they're not very good at it. Whereas for Western people, it's natural. But Srila Prabhupada has very kindly given us this injection of Krishna Bhakti. It works even in the most fallen. So we are very strange, no doubt, in many ways. But that we are trying to chant the names of Krishna. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam. Kalo Nasteva, 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 Gatiranyata. This is our only qualification, and we very much thank you for kindly accepting this. We are unorthodox, no doubt. And the followers of Srimad Acharya, they are very strictly following him up to the present day. Srimad Acharya performed the greatest service to human society. What was that service? Opening hospitals, opening schools to learn how to become engineers, distributing food to hungry people. That was not Bhattacharya's great qualification. His great qualification, we can say in a general way, that he preached Krishna Bhakti. But specifically, the world at that time, Bharatvarsha at that time, the spiritual condition was extremely bad due to the prevalence of Shankaracharya's Kevaladvaitavad or Mayavad. So we can say there have been many preachers of Krishna Bhakti, and their names are well known. Even today, we know the names of Surdas is very famous and popular. Mirabai is not a preacher, but she's famous as a great devotee. But Srimad Acharya Bhagavad, he diagnosed with disease by which Krishna Bhakti, the inclination to Krishna Bhakti was being spoiled, and in the name of spiritual life, there was ignorance, nastikya and asuric pravritti, demoniac tendency, being spread in the world, and he fought with that. He was singing very sweetly, he was singing sweetly, composing beautiful songs in praise of Lord Krishna. But his greatness lies in the fact that he fought, as Hanuman fought, as Bhim fought. He fought against the demoniac Mayavad by proving from Shastra, not one, two, Jiva and Ishvara are not the same. Whoever says that Jiva and Ishvara is the same, even if he's pronouncing the Vedas, even if he's apparently a sannyasi or a sadhu, he's actually a demon. Rakshasa kalim ashritya jayante brahmayonishu. In this Kali Yuga, the Rakshasas will take the form of Brahmanas, and they will preach, as just as the the Asuras, they attacked Krishna with arrows. So they will attack Krishna by trying to establish that he is not special, that he is not very great. We are all the same as Krishna. So Sri Madhvacharya fought against them. Now, as I was saying, we are very unorthodox people. And the orthodox sampradayas are coming down to the present day. The Shankara sampradaya is still there here in Sringeri, in Kanchi, and Puri, Badrinath, and Badri and Dwarka combined with the present time. But even that orthodox traditional Mayavad, that's not so directly influential. This Advaitavad has taken an unconventional form. Anyway, it's unconventional, but in the modern age, especially after this Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, who they were preaching the same message as Shankaracharya, but in an unconventional form. And then after him there are so many. In the present time in India, there are so many people claiming to be jivas, who are claiming to be Bhagavan. This is the same. It's the same disease. They claim Sai Baba, so-called Kalki Avatar, and so-called, there are so many of them. There are so many bogus sadhus who they either promote themselves as Bhagavan, or they allow their so-called shishyas to promote them as Bhagavan. And people think they're sadhus, but they're the same kind of demons, because they are misleading people. And there's so many bogus things in the name of personality development and art of living, and so many bogus things who in a different way, an unconventional way, are presenting the same bogus idea that there is spiritual life without Krishna. That Krishna, Krishna on the side somewhere, alright, we'll give him a little respect, but they're not accepting that we have to surrender to Krishna. He is the Prabhu. We are subservient, we are subordinate to him in all respects. So there are so many modern Advaitavadis. They're not as powerful as the old in Shastra or any such thing. They don't have any, just like the old school, orthodox Advaitavadis. They have some Shakti from tapasya and study of Shastra. The modern Mayavadis, they don't have any of this. They're very weak. But people in the modern age, they're very weak-minded, and without thinking, anyone comes and says, I am Bhagavan. Oh, Bhagavan, oh. So they're misled. So although we are unconventional, we don't know so many things. I must have made so many mistakes in proper etiquette and behavior just being here. But somehow or other we are taking up the mission, or attempting to take up the mission, that Sri Madhvacharya, he moved in the world and moved among the people who are being misled, and he promoted the fact that any idea of spiritual life without recognizing the supremacy of Krishna is not spiritual life. It is simply misleading and cheating. He wanted to establish this. So our Sri Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, he moved in the world, and he went in the Western world, and there are definitely no traditional Advaitavadis there. But the same bogus idea had filtered through, all in the name of Eastern or Indian mysticism, in the name of yoga. If you go to the Western countries, in the name of yoga, so many bogus things are going on, it's all coming down from the influence. Over the years, it's the same poison that Shankaracharya introduced into society. So we are unconventional, unorthodox, we don't know how to do all the things properly. But by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, we have understood, at least theoretically, that Krishna is supreme, and anything which even indirectly opposes the principle of Krishna's supremacy is demoniac. That should be opposed for the benefit of human society. So we beg for your blessings that though we are incapable, we don't know how to do things properly, but this much we know, that even if we do everything else wrongly, if we respect Vishnu and the Vaishnavas, that by their blessings we can progress in the path of Krishna Bhakti. Thank you so much for giving us your time. We know that you're in the Parya, you're extremely busy, morning till night, in the service of the Lord. Forgive me for all my wrongdoings, and please bless us that we may, in our own rather unusual manner, serve the same mission that Sri Madhvacharya came to preach. Thank you very much.